All right, today we're going to finish up doing equations, or at least do the next step. And today we're going to work on two-step equations. So you should have your guided notes. If not, then just take a sheet of paper and make some lines with triangles underneath, and those are going to be our scales. And remember, our goal is to keep the scales balanced. So our first problem is 2x plus 3 equals 15. Now what I've been having the other students do is getting a second color because I think that tends to help, and what we want to do is the equal sign is the same thing as the triangle in the scale. The two sides have to stay balanced. So right now they're balanced. You've got your 2x plus 3 on one side, your 15 on the other. So what I want you to do now is take and put that onto the scale. And as you hopefully remember, 2x, that means I'm going to put two boxes, and we're going to stack them up. They need to be stacked. That makes it easier to do stuff later on. And then we have our three dots and on one side, and that's going to be equal to the 15 dots on the other. So go ahead and put 15 dots on the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, so now we've got it all set up. Yours should look exactly like mine. We now need to simplify here, and I'll move the stopwatch out of the way. And we're going to cross out 1, 2, 3. But now that makes the equation unbalanced. I don't know if you can see my hands, but it's unbalanced. So we need, if we do it to one side, you have to do it to the other. So we're going to cross out 1, 2, 3 on this side. That keeps the equation, now it's back in balance, and it doesn't tilt one way or the other. Well, algebraically, how do you show that? Well, you got rid of something. In math, if you get rid of something, you're subtracting. So subtract 3 from both sides. Again, I want you to show this, show it exactly like this. Now notice this time my line went all the way across. That's fine. Later on it's not going to. Well, if I have a plus 3 and a minus 3, that combines to a big fat 0. So that's gone. What do I have remaining on the left side? 2x. So I'm going to put the 2x on the left side. Then I have 15 minus 3 on the right side, so that'll be 12. So 2x is equal to 12 dots, or 2 boxes is equal to 12 dots. Well, let's clean that up. So I'm going to put my 2 boxes on the left side. That's going to be equal to the 12 dots. Now, we're going to separate the dots into 2 groups for the boxes. So since I have 2 boxes, it's going to be 2 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we've separated the dots, 1 group for each box. We're going to divvy it up by putting a line across there. Algebraically, we show that as dividing. Now that's where I separate my lines. Notice I didn't go all the way across this time because this is a division bar. This was to show us that we were subtracting. So what do we divide by? We divided them up into 2 groups, so we divided by 2. What's 2 over 2? Any number over itself is a big anorexic 1. Okay, and I'm going to come back to this in just a moment. What did I have? I had 1 bot for each box. That's equal to 6 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my answer is x is equal to 6. Why did I put 3 there? It should just be 2 lines for an equal sign. Okay. If you have a question, feel free to text me on Edmodo, and I'll do my best to get back to you as quickly as possible. All right, so that takes us to number 2. So I'm going to raise my paper up here. And number 2, I'm going to do 3n plus 6 equal to 15. So at this point, I'd like you to pause the video and I'd like you to set this up. If you think you can solve it at this point, go ahead and solve it. But I want you to show it algebraically. I want you to show the pictures just like we were doing. So you need to show the work like what we have up here. I know most of you can do it in your head. These aren't hard problems. I want you to show me what you know. Okay, so go ahead and pause this and do as much as you can. I'm going to sit here for a few seconds while you pause. Okay, hopefully you're back now and you've set it up and you've actually solved it yourself. So let me show you how I did it. So 3 boxes. Why 3 boxes? Because I have 3 variables. I have one variable 3 times. I also have 6 dots on the left side, so I'm going to put 6 here. That's going to be equal to 15 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And I'm going to put my, because I wanted to keep this balanced, and I'm trying to do things in the same order. So I'm going to put my line down here. So I've got 3 ends on one side with 6 dots. On the other side, I've got 15. All right. Again, our goal is to isolate the variable, to get it by itself. So I'm going to get rid of these dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That causes the equation to be unbalanced. So we need to get rid of 6 on this side to put it back in balance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gives us 9 dots. Subtract 6 from both sides. That's what we do algebraically. Anything over itself, or sorry, not anything over itself. If I have a plus 6 and a minus 6, that's a big fat 0, leaving us 3n. 15 minus 6 is 9. So I have 3 n's, just like I do here, is equal to 9 dots, just like I have here. So far, so good. Now we're going to separate those dots into equal stacks. So each row, I should say, is going to get an equal amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Divvy them up. Each box gets its own little row. What did we divide by? We have 3 separate rows, so we divided by 3. Again, very important, don't draw your line all the way through. 3 over 3 is a big anorexic 1. That leaves us n on the left side. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and over here we've got 1 box is equal to 3 dots. Never hurts to check your answer. So if we go back in here and we go, let's try 3 here. So we're going to go back up to here and say 3 times 3 plus 6. Does that equal 15? Well, 3 times 3 is 9 plus 6, that's equal to 15. So it does work. All right, moving along. Let's go back up to number 3 here. And for number 3, I have 4h plus 7 equal to 19. Again, I'd like you to pause the video and do as much of it as you can. If you get stuck, start the video up. Do what I'm doing. Okay, hopefully we're back and let's see what you've got. So, should start out with 4 blocks and 7 dots on this side. And I'm going to put an equal sign here, and I want to put my line here to show that this is my equal. That's my scale, that's my balance. And I'm going to put 19 dots here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Whoops, too many. What am I doing? Let's get rid of that one. All right, you're gone. All right, so like before, get rid of the dots on each side, keeping it balanced. So I'm going to get rid of 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Algebraically, subtracting 7 from each side, keeping our equation balanced. Our goal is to isolate the variable. So a plus 7 and a minus 7 gives me a big fat 0. I'll get 4h here is equal to 12. And from there, I'm going to clean up my scale a bit. And then I'm going to divvy up my circles, my dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, algebraically, we're dividing by 4 on each side, keeping our equation balanced. 4 over 4 is a big anorexic 1, and we get h is equal to 3. Divvy them up. Each box has 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back and check and make sure our answer makes sense. So we're going to take 3 and plug it back in for h. So this means 4 times h, so that means 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 7. Yep, that equals 19, so we should have done that problem correctly. Next problem. Keep wanting to say, are there any questions? We have 5m plus 7 equals 17. So would you please set that one up, and hopefully by now you should be able to solve it on your own. So give it a shot. I'll sit here for a moment and just sit here. Okay. All right, so hopefully you're back. Setting this up. I've got my 5 boxes, my 7 dots. There's 5, 6, 7. I'm going to put my line down the middle here to show that I want to keep both sides. They're equal right now, and I want to keep them equal. And that's equal to 17. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Going to get rid of our dots on both sides, keeping our equation balanced. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Algebraically, we just subtracted 7 from both sides. A plus 7 and a minus 7 is a big fat 0. And we get 5m is equal to 17 minus 7 is 10. So then that means we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put the other one up here. 5 is equal to 10 dots. So we're going to make even piles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Divvy it up. That means each box is equal to 2 dots. Algebraically, we divide both sides by 5. And 5 over 5 is a big anorexic 1.